Mute myself. And here we go. Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. This is Kenna with KennaFit, and you are here for today's free class. There is so much information, but it's going to be so much fun too. So I hope you are as excited as I am. That being said, I know you're a busy woman. And I know your time is valuable. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is share my screen with you so we can get into the nitty gritty. And I'm going to make my video go away now. Ta-da! And I'm confirming that we are good. You can see my screen. Awesome. Okay, so again, thank you guys so much for joining me for today's free class. This is 4 shockingly simple ways to lose weight easily and keep it off for good without counting calories or cutting carbs. And I am pumped that you are here with me today. So, a little bit about me. If you do not know who I am, hi, I'm Kenna. I am a wife, mom, and a weight loss expert with KennaFit. A little bit about my background. I have a bachelor's of science degree in exercise science. I'm a certified personal trainer, certified nutrition coach, and certified life coach with over 10 years of experience helping women lose weight easily, eating the foods they love. Now, before we begin, like I said, today's class is jam-packed. So I want you to go ahead and grab a pen and paper, grab your headphones, put your phone on silent, and hide in your bathroom if you need to, mama, because we are gonna get as focused as possible because there's so much to cover. Also, I just wanted to give you a quick warning. There might be a couple of cuss words in here because I am passionate about this stuff. And when I get passionate about this stuff, my language tends to get a little flavorful, if you will. So, just a quick warning, if you have some small ears around you, you don't want hearing those words. If you're watching the replay, you can pause the replay and get your headphones. But if not, and you're joining me live, you can grab those headphones right now, too. Also, if you have any questions throughout today's class, I want to encourage you to use the chat feature if you're joining me live, or if you're watching the replay, go ahead and DM me on Instagram. My handle is at It's KennaFit. That is where I am most active and where you're going to be able to reach me the easiest. So don't be afraid to ask questions. My door is always open. And before we get into it, how would you like to be motivated forever? Like, imagine never struggling with motivation ever again. Sounds pretty good, right? Well, then I want you to stay tuned because a little later in this class, I'm going to show you how you can make motivation your bitch forever and for free. So stay tuned with me. All right, so digging into things, I want to know, is this you? Have you ever felt like you were doing everything right, but still struggled with weight loss? You know how it goes. You find yourself drooling over bananas as you choke down some more plain ass baked chicken and wish you could just eat regular everyday foods. Or maybe you feel like you've tried it all before. You bought all the books, the cleanses, the supplements, you tried all the diets like keto, intermittent fasting, paleo, Whole30, Weight Watchers, and so much more, but you're still struggling with your weight. Or maybe you go up and down with your weight a lot and you struggle finding motivation, having the energy, making the time, and staying accountable. If so, you're in the right place because I know that you want to lose weight. I know you want to get your energy back, improve your self-confidence, and work on your long-term health so that you can be the example your kids need. But I also know you want to do it without cutting out entire food groups, going to the gym and having to live there because you're working out like crazy, or living life without carbs because that ain't worth it either, girlfriend. I know you've tried it all, but nothing's worked. And girl, no wonder you're frustrated. No wonder you're exhausted. In a perfect world, you could just wave a magic wand or take a magic pill and fix it all, right? Now, really quick, I'm going to take a water break. And while I do so, I want you to tell me in the chat feature which scenario best describes why you came here to class today. Are you a number one? You've tried it all. You've tried it all and nothing has worked. You are so sick of counting calories, cutting carbs, and giving up all the foods you enjoy for nothing. You're almost ready to throw in the towel if something doesn't change soon. So if that's you, I want you to type 1 or tried it all in the chat feature right now. Or are you maybe like number 2, confused AF? You're ready to start eating better to lose weight, but you're having a hard time making sense of it all. Between Pinterest, Google, and social media, you just feel so confused about what diet is supposed to be the best. You just want a plan that works. If that's you, let me know in the chat. Or are you more on again, off again? You're constantly on again, off again. When you decide to lose weight, girl, you go hard. But in the back of your head, you also know that it's not sustainable. And if you're honest with yourself, your past proves that. You want to be consistent, but you also want to feel those quick, gratifying results, right? Okay, so I'm going to take a sip of water and I want you guys to tell me, you can either type it out or just put the number. I want you to tell me which one resonates with you the most. Okay, 2s and 3s. Yes. Yes. Okay, you're here. You're in the right place, I promise you. So let's go over what to expect during our time today. So very first, we are going to talk about what 99% of quick and sustainable weight loss comes down to. And spoiler alert, it's not what you think. Then we're going to talk about how to lose weight while still eating carbs. And I said, yes, eat carbs. Then we're going to chat about why eating 1,200 calories a day is complete BS and what you can do instead. Step number 4, we're going to be talking about how you can harness your body's natural fat burning power, because yes, you have one, for easy weight loss that lasts forever. And then finally, at the end, I'm going to give you another chance to ask me your questions and get some answers, because I want you to feel 100% confident on your journey to losing weight and keeping it off for good. But again, if you're here live, feel free to use that chat feature. And if you are watching the replay, hit me up on Instagram, girl. I'm waiting for you. Now, I want to be super, super crystal clear about something, okay? Let me set the record straight. I am not one of those naturally thin, fitspiration type influencers that have never struggled with my weight before. I know firsthand the frustration, the self-doubt, and the negative feelings that come with wanting and needing to lose weight and be healthier, but also being totally unable to. After the birth of my daughter in 2016, I literally tried everything to lose the baby weight. And you guys, I mean everything. But despite all my efforts, I was still 30 pounds overweight. And maybe you can relate to this too. This is me being vulnerable right now with you guys, because honestly, I hated how I felt and how I looked. I struggled with my energy. I was tired all the time. The only pants that fit in my closet were my leggings. And honestly, I hated being pictures. I was the first to hide behind my phone and volunteer to take pictures of my family, because when I was in pictures, all I saw was my weight and things that I didn't like about myself. I was trying everything, and everything is in capital letters because you guys, I was literally trying it all and nothing was working. And I was so frustrated. I mean, I wanted to give up so bad. But also, deep down inside, I knew I just couldn't. I knew that my daughter deserved to have a healthy mom who could teach her to have a good relationship with her body and with food. So that's why I couldn't give up. So instead, I used my brains and I forged a new path based off of my education and my experience. I created a plan for myself that I hadn't heard of or tried before because honestly, I had nothing left to lose. And when I did, this was the result. I lost 30 pounds easily and fast, and I've kept it off for over the last 4 years. Now, I'm showing you pictures of my abs here because I'm like, what? Me? Abs? What is this life, right? But more than that, most of all, I just feel so much more confident in my healthy body. And I'm so grateful that I did that. Because today I'm happy I have the energy to be the active, healthy mom my daughter deserves. Losing weight, keeping it off, and staying healthy has improved my mental health, my marriage, my relationships, my work, literally my world. And I'm not the only one. This is actually my favorite part because I've helped other women do the same thing. And I'm going to share a couple success stories from my clients because I want you to know that you are not alone on your journey. Others have had the same struggles you deal with and have still lost weight easily and gotten their health back. And I'm going to share those stories with you today because I want you to know that. So, speaking of what's possible, I want to take you there real quick, girlfriend. You already know what your before feels like, right? Like that's what brought you here to class. But I want to take a second to take you to how good your after will feel like with this quick exercise. And don't worry, we're not going to do burpees. We're not going to do anything like that. We're going to do a quick visualization. So stay with me. So right now, I want you to close your eyes. If you're in a safe spot, you know, you're not driving, but you can close your eyes, do so. Seriously, no one's judging you. I promise you this will pay off. So go ahead and close your eyes. Keep your eyes closed. And now I want you to take a deep breath in and out. And I want you to imagine what it feels like to be at your after. You now have the energy to make memories with your family, and you have the confidence to be included in those pictures. And you can scroll through your phone and you can post those pictures on social media and notice something other than your weight. And you're so thankful for that. You also feel so damn confident when you look into the mirror because you recognize your body. Oh, and you're proud of yourself too. You can finally button that dang pair of jeans that you've hung on to, or the dress, or the swimsuit, or whatever piece of clothing you have, and you feel comfortable in them. Imagine just putting them on and feeling comfortable. Oh, I love that. And being healthy is easy for you. You go to your doctor's appointments and they don't lecture you about your weight anymore. You are so thankful that you made the choice and made the change. And you are the healthy example that your kids and your family need and deserve now and forever. Now, I want you to take one more deep breath in and out. And then slowly open your eyes. Ooh, that feels so good, right? Tell me in the chat right now. Give me a yes, yes, if you're ready to experience that in real life. Because I don't know about you, girl. I got goosebumps. You got goosebumps too after thinking about that? It's so good. Yes. Absolutely. Yes. Oh, you were crying. Oh, that gives me all the feels because I want you to know that it's possible. All right. So after that, you're probably wondering, like, okay, Kenna, where do I start? So let's go ahead and dive in. So, step number one, 99% of weight loss comes down to this: nutrition. Now, here's the thing that we all tend to do with weight loss. Hear me out for a second. We tend to take it on all at once. go from eating like crap and being a total couch potato to the next day counting points, macros, carbs, and calories, plus setting a workout plan for ourselves, where we work out an hour a day, 7 days a week, right? Tell me in the chat if this sounds familiar to you. Have you ever done that to yourself where you go from like total couch potato to like 100% the next day? It's like 0 to 60 like that, and we tend to take it all on. Yep. I've been there too. So no wonder we feel like we don't have time, because this is such a huge change. It can also be why we fizzle out way too fast, but not anymore. From this point forward, I want you to put your blinders on and focus on nutrition only. Now, here's why. Let's say, for example, you were to exercise 2 hours a day, 7 days a week. That would only be 8% of your week. Working out every single day for 2 hours. Like what? That's only 8%. If you were to exercise 30 minutes a day, 4 days a week, like most of us are lucky to do, that's just 1%. Like what? Just 1% of your week. So knowing this, I want you to interact with me and tell me in the chat, what would you rather focus on? The 1%, which is exercise, that will result in the smallest changes, or the other 99% that will have the most impact on your results? I mean, it seems like a pretty easy choice to me, but you guys tell me in the chat. Duh, the 1%, I can hear that sarcasm through that text, right? It's like a no-brainer. You're gonna wanna work on what makes the most impact. And that is nutrition. Now, you see why nutrition is so important? Flat out, it's just not worth working your ass off in your workouts if your diet isn't right. And Liz is actually a perfect example of this. So this is Liz's story. Liz came to me frustrated AF. She was working out hard, and I mean hard, doing early morning boot camps 6 to 7 days a week. And these were hour-long boot camps. She was also eating low carb and wasn't losing a dang thing. More than that, she told me that she was just so tired of feeling tired. And she was also pissed that she was gaining weight while being so strict, while her husband could eat whatever he wanted and still look great. Like, it's totally not fair, right? I know I've been there. I can't even look at a potato chip without gaining weight. And Liz felt the same. So we started working together, and in 1 month, her transformation was absolutely incredible. She went from frazzled, tired, working her butt off and not losing a thing, to eating more than she ever had before, exercising less, feeling amazing, and losing weight on top of that too. Liz is a perfect example that no matter how hard you try, you just cannot out-exercise your diet. And trust me on this, okay? I've tried, and so have many of my clients. And this is such an important concept. I want you to grab a pen and paper if you haven't already and write this down. You just cannot out-exercise your diet. It's just not gonna work. You're gonna feel like crap in your workouts anyways. You're not going to get the benefits from it. It's just trust me on this, write this down. You cannot out-exercise your diet. All right, now that we've gotten that through, or we've gotten through that, let's go ahead and to step number 2. Carbs are your friend. And let me go ahead and repeat that one more time for the back row. Okay, carbs are your friend. Now, I know nowadays keto is all the rage. So many people cut carbs completely to lose weight, but what happens when they're human and they eat carbs again? It all comes right back on, right? So the biggest problem that I have with low carb or keto diets, aside from the total lack of sustainability, is that it teaches us fear of foods. It labels food, aka carbs, as bad, which then inherently makes us afraid of it. But here's the thing, you shouldn't have a fear of carbs at all. What you should fear instead is any diet that tells you to cut out entire food groups completely. They're not it, sister. Diets that completely eliminate macronutrients like carbohydrates set you up to fall into a toxic dieting cycle. And that toxic dieting cycle looks like this. And I have a feeling you know how it goes. You start your strict diet, and in that strict diet, you can't have a food. Because you can't have that food, you want more of the food. Eventually, your willpower is going to drop. And because you're on such an intensely strict diet, your cravings are going to increase. When that happens, you are more likely to give into your cravings and eat the food. Then, because you've eaten the food, you're going to say, screw it, and you're going to binge on more of it because you already blew it. You might as well, right? And then what happens after that is that you feel guilty for doing that, and you start the toxic cycle over again. So tell me in the chat, does this cycle sound familiar to you? I see Stacy says that's your household. Yeah, you're totally on your own. Not anymore. Stacy said, okay, good. Yes, this is looking familiar. When I found this out, I was like, oh my God, my eyes were so open. And it's not just you, trust me. What I need you to know is that carbs are your friend, period. They are energy. Yes, even if you've believed the keto hype until now. Yes, even if you have a lot of weight to lose. And yes, even if you're trying to eat a low or no carb diet right now, carbs are still your friend. The trick is learning how close of friends you are going to be with carbs. For some of you, your metabolism, which is your fat burning center, will be BFFs with carbs. Well, for others, you'll call them more of a close acquaintance. We're going to talk about more on this in a minute. But let me share Erin's story with you because Erin is proof. And I know that this concept, it's been drilled in our head for so long that low carb is best. But Erin is proof, okay? So Erin came to me looking for help because she had done it all before, and yet still she was stuck. And like most women who have dieted before, Erin was also afraid of carbs. And here's part of the reason why. Other trainers told Erin since she was overweight, she was quote unquote carb sensitive and quote unquote don't even look at a carb or she'd gain weight. So when Erin and I started working together, the first thing that I had her do was take the fat burning type test in Eat to Lean to determine how her body burns fat and carbs best. And guess what? Turns out she was the fat burning type that needed a large amount of carbs to burn fat better. And that being on a low carb diet for so long was what was actually keeping her stuck. I repeat, eating low carb was keeping her overweight. And I know it's kind of like this crazy concept. Erin could hardly believe it herself. But she trusted the process, and since then, she's drastically changed her eating. She's built healthy habits with her entire family. She's gotten her energy back, and she's lost 20 pounds and counting, all while eating carbs. Erin is a true testament to what can happen when you finally work with your body and work with carbs instead of fearing them for no freaking reason. So this is a water break time for me because I'm talking so much, but just for fun in the chat, I would love for you to know, or I would love for you to tell me what's your favorite carb. So go ahead and type that in the chat. I think it's pretty obvious by this picture what mine is. I'm a donut lover. Donuts any day of the week. Tell me your favorite carbs, guys. And it's okay to have them too. Okay, I'm seeing pasta, rice, donuts, chips. Oh, y'all are making me hungry. I'm gonna need a snack here in a minute. Okay, brown rice. I love rice. Rice is a super comfort food to me, and bread. Yes, I love it. So I want you to know that you can have those foods, okay? So stay with me. Next, we're going to be moving on to step number 3, and that is your body is not a calculator. We're going to be talking about calories here, and calories can get kind of intense because, again, they've been drilled into our heads. But calories are not the most important factor to your weight loss. And I'm sorry, but the whole old school concept of 1,200 calories a day, oh, girl, hell to the no, don't even get me started. That is one of the worst things you could do for your health and your weight loss. In fact, I would say that most women are under eating. Because what ends up happening when we try to go for low calorie diets or counting calories is that you end up eating nothing but plain ass baked chicken, egg whites, cottage cheese, and broccoli, and spending all your precious time weighing, measuring, and tracking these foods. Now, you might lose a little bit of weight, but you're hungry as all the time. You're battling cravings constantly and that evening time sweet tooth. Not to mention you're tired all the time. You have total brain fog, and you're lethargic. And let's not forget about motivation. Because you feel this way, your motivation will slip. You'll give in, you'll binge eat, feel guilty, and cut calories all over again, which sounds like the toxic dieting cycle that we talked about earlier, right? Now, eating less calories is important, but it's not as important as eating enough of the right foods for your body. Go ahead and write that down. Eating less calories is important, but not as important as eating enough of the right foods for your body. Because here's the thing, cutting calories isn't going to help you if you keep having intense cravings and hunger that you give into all the time. It just won't work. I want you guys to know that your body always wins and your metabolism will always win. No matter how much willpower you try to muster up, like willpower is not the problem, you got it, right? How much gum you try to chew to avoid giving in, your body and its cravings and hunger will always win. But it's not a lost cause, okay? It's not a lost cause. You can eat the foods you love without tracking, weighing, or measuring while still being in a caloric deficit to lose weight. The key is that you need to find the right foods for your metabolism. And I mentioned this earlier, your metabolism is your body's fat burning center. And when you do this, you won't have any intense hunger, cravings, or energy crashes. Like it can seriously be that easy. So I want you to imagine that. Imagine losing weight by eating the foods that you love, that you just put in the chat, right? Staying full, having no cravings, and high energy. Does that sound good to you? Because that is when easy and lasting weight loss happens. So tell me in the chat, you know the drill. I'm going to get a drink of water. We're moving and grooving. Tell me if that sounds good to you. Eating the foods you love, feeling great, having endless energy, and no hunger. Yes. I need to see a yes. Give me a yes in the chat. YAS exclamation point. I'm going to give you some finger snaps. I don't know if you can hear that because that's what I wanted and it's possible. Okay, so here's an example, and I want you to know if you sound like Jen or if you can relate to Jen's story. So Jen first came to me for exercise because remember, I'm a certified personal trainer. She had done all the diets before, and girl, she was burnt out from them. The last time she had lost weight, she was macro and calorie tracking 1,200 calories a day, which means she was weighing, measuring, planning, prepping, and putting everything into MyFitnessPal. She was so tired of eating the same foods all the time, and she hated how much time it took, but she was also losing weight, so she just kept on doing it. Until one day, she gave in to her cravings. And the next day, and the next day, and the day after that, and before she knew it, she fell completely off track. Now, she had tried getting back on her strict diet plan from before, but she just couldn't make herself do it. So slowly, the pounds came back on. So flash forward to a few years when she contacted me and she started working with me. Straight up, she had zero interest in dieting. And honestly, can you blame her? But once she learned the importance of nutrition and how freaking easy it can be when you work with your body, she was like, okay, Kenna, I'll try one more time, but you're only getting this one more time from me. And her results were crazy. She didn't weigh, measure, or count calories, and she lost 40 pounds easily, and she's kept it off for over 1.5 years. Jen is literally the perfect example of what can happen when you finally stop treating your diet like a calculator and you start treating it like the fat burning furnace it is. Because again, calories, it's like crunching numbers and you're a calculator, where really your body and your metabolism is more like that fat burning powerhouse or furnace. So knowing this, tell me in the chat, what do you want to be? Do you want to be a calculator and still count numbers and ignore what's going on in your body? Or do you actually want to pay attention to your body and be like a furnace and pay attention to the fuel and have it be and burn easily? Tell me, what do you want to be? Calculator or furnace? I'm team furnace. Yes, I'm seeing that too. Good. Perfect. You guys are with me. Awesome. Okay, so let's move on to step number 4, harnessing your body's natural fat burning power. Because yes, you have the ability to burn fat, even if you didn't know it, even if you have 30, 40, 50 pounds to lose, even if you are of a certain age, and yes, even if you lost it before and then gained it back, you can still burn fat easily by working with your body and your metabolism, which again is that fat burning center, that fat burning powerhouse. The trick is to match your diet to your metabolism so that you can lose weight easily and sustainably, AKA keep it off forever. Like that's the end goal here. And the exciting part is today we're going to do just that. So in general, your body likes to burn fat 3 different ways. These are what I like to call the fat burning types, and they are sugar, mixed, and muscle. Which one are you? Well, you are about to find out. But first, I want to tell you about the changes that you can expect when you start tapping in to your body's natural fat burning ability, like Carmen did. So here's Carmen's story. Carmen is a single mom of 6, and let me just emphasize that, okay? 6, and she needed something to help her that would be easy and fit in with her busy lifestyle. After learning about her fat burning type and following the Eat to Lean plan, Carmen's energy skyrocketed. She told me that one of the best parts is that she feels more connected with her body than ever before. She could run up the stairs at work, whereas before she could only walk, and she's down 16 pounds, all because Carmen learned how to eat for her body's fat burning type. And guess what? Carmen started just like you, right where you're at, by taking the fat burning type test. So get excited. Grab those pens. So for time's sake today, I'm going to give you the fat burning type mini test. And here's what's going to happen. I'm going to read off the description of each of the fat burning types. And when I'm done reading, I want you to tell me which fat burning type sounds most like you in the chat. So again, I'm going to read it. I want you to listen to the descriptions and then tell me which one sounds most like you in the chat. This is really important stuff to know because it's basically the secret sauce to finding food freedom while still losing weight easily. So are you ready? Hell yeah, you are. Okay, so let's go ahead and dig in. First up are the sugar fat burners. Sugar fat burners tend to be overweight, oftentimes starting from an early age and worsening as they grow older. It's incredibly difficult for sugar fat burners to lose weight. They are often frustrated and they want to give up because traditional diet programs that emphasize eating less while exercising more actually make their weight loss problems worse. Does that sound like you? That is sugar fat burners. Next up are the mixed fat burners. Mixed fat burners are kind of like the Goldilocks. Their lifestyle choices largely determine their weight, health, and appearance. So, mixed fat burners, if they are on, they tend to lose weight quickly. But if they go off their plan at all, guess what? They gain it right back easily too. And same goes for the rest of their lives. If they stay up late, they're tired the next day. If they work too hard, they usually get sick. And if they overeat and indulge, they gain weight. So again, it's all about lifestyle for the mixed fat burners. And then finally, we have our muscle fat burners. So in general, muscle fat burners are usually thin despite being able to eat almost anything that they want. This can be the type that we call skinny fat because they tend to have less muscle and more fat than other fat burning types, even though they physically look the thinnest. This is because they burn muscle tissue due to an overproduction of stress hormones like cortisol, adrenaline, and noradrenaline. This gives them energy, but can also make them high strung, tense, and anxious. So, two things I want to add in here. If you identify yourself as a type A person and you find you can skip meals easily, those are two more that might indicate you are a muscle fat burner. So, with all of those being read, again, this is just the mini test here. Which one sounds the most like you? Tell me in the chat. What are you leaning towards? Are you going towards sugar, more towards mixed, or oh, do you feel muscle? I'm seeing sugars, super, super common. Muscles are too. Yes. Muscles. Okay, good. If you guys want to know what I am actually a muscle burner. I'm an exception to the rule with muscle fat burners. I'm not incredibly thin, but I tend to run on stress and adrenaline, and I actually have to remind myself to eat a lot of times. So, all right. So, the key, regardless of which fat burning type you think you are at this point, the key is to tailor a diet around your fat burning type. And that's what we do at Eat to Lean. This is exactly how you can work with your body to achieve lasting weight loss without feeling tired, bored, or deprived. So check in with me again in the chat box. Let me know if this makes sense and let me know if you're with me. It's kind of an odd concept. A lot of people haven't heard, like I mentioned before, I hadn't heard of this. And it's kind of an odd concept, one that's not out there a ton. So let me know if you're with me. We good? Yes, we're good. Okay, perfect. Got it. Yes. Okay. So Stacy says, "Yep, I feel like I could be a mix of all the burner types." That's super common because actually our bodies are a mix of all of the burner types. We just tend to favor one over the other. Now, that is where having something like the full fat burning type quiz that's in Eat to Lean will help because you'll actually get a result from that as opposed to just going with what we did today, which was the mini test and just kind of sounding what or going with what sounds right to you. So it's really important. That's what one of I tell my members to do as well. If you go through anything like super stressful in your life, retake that full fat burning type quiz because oftentimes your metabolism will change. And that's one of the benefits of having that quiz for you and Eat to Lean. Okay, awesome. So that being said, let's go ahead and recap everything you've learned today. So first, you learn what 99% of quick, sustainable, and lasting weight loss comes down to. And spoiler alert, you know this now, it's nutrition. Next, you learn how you can eat carbs and still lose weight. So bring back the carbs, baby. Say it with me. Then you learned why counting 1,200 calories a day for weight loss is complete BS. And what matters more than calories? It's your body. And finally, you learned more about how you can harness your body's natural fat burning power, aka your fat burning type, for easy weight loss that lasts forever. Now, I know that you want a simple solution to healthy, sustainable, and easy weight loss. You felt how weight gain and unhealthy habits have stopped you from doing the things that you love with the people you love, and I know you're ready to make a change. Well, are you also ready for a pep talk too? Because good, you're about to get one, all right? Now is your time. This comes straight from the heart here. It is your time to experience sliding on those skinny jeans and confidently rocking that bikini. It's your time to stop hiding behind the camera for good. Get in the picture and feel damn good doing it, girl. Capture those memories. And it's your time to get and stay healthy once and for all. And also, it's your time to do this the easy way for once with a proven step-by-step system. Now, I want you to remember a couple things here from today. Nothing that I've shared with you is theory or ideas. These are literally all the things that both myself and my clients have done to achieve easy, healthy weight loss that lasts. And I also want to be clear too, I'm not naturally skinny, okay? I don't have any secret expensive supplement or access to expensive resources. I don't do that. But what I do is that I have a system that works. And I want you to know that if I can do this and if my clients can do this, I promise you, you can too. And that's why I'm so excited to invite you to enroll in Eat to Lean. This is my signature nutrition program. What does the lean stand for, girl? It stands for eat to lose weight easily and now, because that's exactly what you can do in this program. So remember all those case studies and the stories that I shared with you? Those women all went through this same exact program. So you get so much in Eat to Lean, but here's a quick snapshot. You're gonna get 3 phases, 10 lessons, 4 bonuses, the full fat burning type test, because remember, we just did the mini today. You're gonna get the full one in Eat to Lean. You're also gonna get the full fat burning type food list, video trainings, lifestyle tips, an exclusive Facebook group, and literally so much more. With Eat to Lean, you're going to be able to easily eat for your body to tap into its natural fat burning ability. You will effortlessly lose weight in a healthy but also a quick way without feeling deprived, tired, or like you're missing out just because you're on a diet. And let me tell you something, maintaining that weight loss is so easy because you're actually learning about how your body works best with food, okay? This isn't just a diet, this is an education as well. And finally, with Eat to Lean, you're gonna have a plan that makes sense of it all. No more guesswork or endless Pinterest searches. Now, like I previously mentioned, Eat to Lean is broken down into 3 phases. By the end of phase 1, you'll know your specific fat burning type, and you're gonna have the tools and the food plan to make eating for your fat burning type like so easy. This includes the full fat burning type quiz and a training and food list for the sugar fat burners, mixed fat burners, and muscle fat burners. You are going to get them all. So in case things change, girl, I got you. You'll have it all in Eat to Lean. In phase 2, you're going to learn how to translate the signals your body is telling you in real time so that you know exactly how your transformation is happening, leaving nothing to guesswork. So phase 2 included the starting strong checklist, tracking your hunger, energy, cravings, training, and PDF, and most importantly, learning how to control or troubleshoot your hunger, energy, and cravings as well, because when those are in line, whoo, magic happens. And then finally, in phase 3, you are going to complete your transformation from bloated, sluggish, unhealthy, and struggling to energized, confident, healthy, and you're going to learn how to make it last easily and forever. Phase three includes lifestyle tips that are so important for each of your fat burning types. You're going to get that in a training and a PDF, and also a maintaining your weight loss forever training. But listen, okay, three phases wasn't enough for me. I tend to be extra. Okay, I like bougie. So I'm gonna throw in some bonuses for you. These are like the sprinkles on top of all of that. So when you join Eat to Lean, you are going to get this bonus first, which is 27 ways to save $227 on your groceries next month alone. Now, these are insider secrets you're not going to see anywhere else. My husband actually worked at a grocery store, and so we collaborated on this to make sure you knew what the experts know about saving money at the grocery store. And yes, this will help you save money even if you shop at regular grocery stores, because I want to bust that myth right now that eating healthy is expensive, because it's not, and it doesn't have to be with this guide. This guide has a $147 value, but you're going to get it completely for free with Eat to Lean. Next, you're also going to get the Burn Fat Faster home workout collection. Now, look, we've talked before about how much nutrition makes the most impact, but I'm not going to leave you hanging when it comes to exercise either. So this is my signature 3-week home-based workout program. Minimal equipment is required, and each workout is 15 minutes or less. And yes, you'll still see results, especially when you couple it with Eat to Lean. This also includes a workout calendar, workout PDFs you can print out, and video tutorials walking you through modifications. Now, typically this is a $99 program, but it's yours free with Eat to Lean. And girl, I couldn't stop there, okay? So next up, we have monthly live coaching. So this is where you can meet with other Eat to Lean members and me for live coaching. You can get the accountability that you need and the expert advice for you to troubleshoot and be successful. Now, don't worry if you have a crazy schedule and you're not sure if you can make it live. Recordings are always posted. Now, this coaching alone has over a $297 value or price tag, but you get it for free because when you join Eat to Lean, you're family, and I'm going to take care of you. And now something I'm so excited to do. Do you remember when earlier I asked you if you would want to stay motivated forever? Well, get ready, because when you pay in full, you get the Make Motivation Your Bitch guided journal. This is how you can get motivated and stay motivated forever. This journal includes coaching prompts I've only ever used with my one-on-one clients until now. And I want to ensure you that this can be done anytime, anywhere along your journey. And again, it's completely free to those who enroll in Eat to Lean when they choose Pay in Full. And I couldn't leave any of you guys out, okay? You get lifetime access to it all. When you join Eat to Lean once, you are in it forever. This includes any updates that happen to the program, extra bonuses I decide to add in, special discounts that I get from brands, members only challenges, and so much more, okay? So I want to, again, let you know, I know you're busy, and that's why I wanted to give you lifetime access to it all. Now, I want you to join now, because literally it is your time, and this is a special offer you're not going to see anywhere else. Now, I know that you are ready to lose weight easily and keep it off forever, right? That sounds so good. But I also know that you're probably like, okay, Kenna, just tell me the numbers. What's the investment here? Well, let's talk about what it could cost, right? So hiring a personal trainer. Now, I know gyms could be open, or maybe they're open right now if maybe you don't feel comfortable going. But either way, if you were to hire a personal trainer to work out with twice a week, that would on average cost over $7,000 for the year. And remember, that's only working on that 1%, which is exercise. You could try a medical weight loss program. It'll cost you over 6 grand a year, and you are going to do lots of extremes. Then once you stop, the weight's going to come back on, but you could do it. Next up, you could buy a Peloton. I know these are super popular. They're going to cost you over $2,000 for that spin bike. It's only going to work on exercise. And I've seen this so many times, which is why I have to warn you, the truth bomb, is that it's probably just going to end up collecting dust after a month or two anyways. Now, even with my own program, even with Eat to Lean, the total value of all the trainings, the bonuses, the live interaction, coaching, and community is well worth over $4,000. And that's not counting the transformation and the results that you get, which honestly, we cannot put a price on. But because I wanted to make it so doable as I could for you guys, you can save up to $180 now by enrolling today for just $30. Now, this is the payment plan. So you can pay $30 today and then have 11 payments of $30 each month for 11 months by choosing the payment plan. Or if you want that journal, you can enroll now by choosing to pay in full, and you are going to save an extra $240, and you're going to get that Make Your Motivation Your Bitch guided journal for free. So I mentioned this briefly before, but I want you guys to know that this is a special enrollment offer, and it's going to be expiring September 14th. After that, prices are going to increase, and they are going to stay increased forever because this program is so, so valuable. So I don't want you to sleep on this. And because I don't want you to miss out on this, what I'm actually going to do right now is walk you through how to sign up. So if you are joining me live, I am popping a link in the chat box right now that you can click. Or if you are watching the replay, scroll down until you see this pink payment grid. Okay, you're going to see this on your screen. And this is where you can choose. You can enroll with a payment plan or pay in full. After you do that, let me get to the next slide here. You are going to see this screen, and you are going to scroll to find the orange Enroll Now button. You're going to click that Enroll Now button for secure checkout. And this is where you can, again, choose that affordable payment plan or pay in full and get that Make Motivation Your Bitch guided journal bonus. After you enroll, you'll get an email right away where you're going to be able to access all of it. And I want you guys to know that the program is so easy to navigate on desktop or on mobile. So even if you're not good at technology, you're going to be able to do it, I promise you. Then after that, you're going to be able to request to join the exclusive Facebook group where you're going to meet like-minded women and make new lasting friends who are walking with you on your journey. And yes, you can see right there, I'm in this group too, so you are never alone. Again, this special offer is going to expire September 14th at midnight. So enroll now and save some money, girlfriend. And don't forget about that paid in full bonus because that goes away at midnight as well. Now, look, we both know it's your time, but I also know that you might have a couple of questions and you might still be wondering, first, kind of what makes this different from other diets I've tried? Well, Eat to Lean, okay, I'm a little biased, but truly it's like nothing out there. No other program teaches you what you'll learn about your body and your fat burning type. And you'll learn so dang much about your body and how food affects it, but also how to apply these strategies to real world scenarios and real life so you don't ever feel like you're missing out or that you're lost or that you're, I lost my train of thought there. You're missing out like you would on a traditional diet. I got so wrapped up thinking about dieting in real life and how we can make that happen that I totally blanked there. But like I said, that deprivation cycle that you end up with in other diets, it's not going to happen in Eat to Lean because nothing is off limits. Once you learn how to work with your body, everything is so easy. Now, how much time will this take? right? I know you're super busy. So Eat to Lean is like nothing else out there because you can binge it in like Netflix style in less than a day, or you can take it week by week, day by day, month by month. It's totally up to you. You are in the driver's seat here with this one. I made Eat to Lean for busy women. This means that you can watch the trainings while you're cooking dinner. You can listen to them on your commute. You can take notes on your lunch break. Like literally, whenever you have a snippet of time, you can fit it in. This program was made to fit your lifestyle. Plus, honestly, if losing weight and getting healthy is important enough to you, you're going to be able to find the time. This is another common question. Why invest in this when I could work with a dietitian for free through my insurance? Here's the thing. Diets or plans from dietitians are oftentimes super black and white, generic type food pyramid plans filled with information you probably already know. And accountability, forget it. I'm not bashing dietitians here because they do what they can, but most of their programs are based on generic guidelines they present to at-risk populations in group settings. But with Eat to Lean, you'll get the plan that your body needs, the accountability to follow through with it, and the tools, access, and support you'll need to maintain your weight loss and your health forever. Now, this is a good one. If you feel like you've tried everything under the sun and you're still here, right? Like, how do I know this will work for me? And here's the truth. You haven't tried everything if you haven't joined Eat to Lean yet. It will work if you put in the work. This is so different from any diet out there. That's what makes it so special. But it will only work if you are ready to roll up your sleeves, follow along with each phase, and have a little faith to trust the process. Look, I know it's new, and new can be scary. I get it. But instead of letting your mind go to all the negatives and thinking about all the things that could go wrong, I want you to ask yourself this. What if this does work for you? How would that change your life? I want you to think back to when we thought about how good your after would feel like. Is that worth working for? Hell yes, it is. Now, listen, you have to make the decision for yourself, but if you put in the work, you will see results. And don't just take it from me, okay? These are words from real women in the program now. So let me go ahead and read these to you. So, first up, all those thoughts crossed my mind too. Everything I've learned about my body and eating was worth the money alone. We all lose motivation at some point, but it's so easy to jump back into. Plus, your body will feel so much better that you'll likely gain motivation from that. The positive encouragement in this group is also amazing for helping through all those things too. This is what another member had to say. There's really no more time commitment than what you're already spending on meal planning. Plus, everything is broken down into simple steps that once you get going, it's so easy to follow. Just stick with it and you'll forget you're actually following a plan. That's one of my favorite things about this program. And next, it just makes sense. I don't feel like I have to not have anything just to eat smarter, or I just eat smarter, work smarter, not harder. Also, after only a few days, you start to feel better. It's so weird, but you realize that all the crap that you've been eating that you think is making good choices is not, because your body doesn't feel good eating that way. And you will find that you have more energy eating for your body type versus eating how you think you should, or the expensive diet food crap that is advertised everywhere that actually makes you feel worse. And then this was from another member who had just joined, who said that having control over cravings and the immense willpower she discovered is worth it alone. So she said, we currently have Thin Mints and ice cream in our house, and I haven't been the least bit tempted. By now, I would have devoured the majority of both prior to this program. Again, don't just take it from me. This is your time, and I want you to join now. Even if you think this might be a good fit for you, I want you to click the link if you are live with me, or scroll down if you're watching the replay, because you can save $180 on Eat to Lean now before this offer expires at midnight. Again, it's going away midnight on September 14th. I wouldn't just say that. This is literally the last time that you can get Eat to Lean at these prices. Now is your time, if you're joining me live as well, to also ask me any questions that you might have about today's class or Eat to Lean in the chat, while I wrap up by sharing these last two words from client members and members of Eat to Lean, because they're amazing. So if you have a question in your live, go ahead and pop it in chat. First up, I'm going to start with the quote on the right here. It doesn't take much time at all. The program is broken into steps that are super short, informational, and easy to follow through. Kenna breaks food down by what you should eat most of, what you should limit, and what you should avoid, so that meal prepping doesn't seem like such a chore, but rather a guideline to eat what you want. And I love that. This is my very favorite though. Listen to this. This is the quote on the left. This member posted, "Okay, ladies, not sure how long most of you have been at this. I'm a few days into week 2. I feel like I'm living a totally different existence than what I was before. Granted, I was down at the tail end of winter, working a high-stress job to COVID response with my teen exchange students and 2 toddlers, at home for 3 months while my husband still left the house for work, and reeling with the loss of my dad and dealing with my mom. I mean, it was insane. But June got a little more normal, except still being home, gym closed, and piling on the carbs and sweets all day long. So telling you all of that just to gush about how I am amazed by how much of a change has occurred in such a short amount of time. I have energy to do more. I feel comfortable in my own skin, and I don't crave foods or feel like I'm missing out. The scale hasn't moved a ton yet, but inches have. I already see less around my neck and face and belly. I just notice a difference. My husband even said that he does too, visually and with attitude and behavior. So I don't know if anyone else notices all these secondary, tertiary changes that come along with just the food change in Eat to Lean, but it's real." And again, keep in mind that was just 2 weeks in. So do not wait on this, you guys. This offer is going to expire at midnight, and that is when this replay of this video is going to end as well. So let me know if you have any questions. I do not see any in the chat right now, but you can find me easily on Instagram at itsKennaFit, and get your butt into Eat to Lean, because I will see you there. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I had a great time. Oh, okay, Stacy, I'm seeing Stacy's question. Yep, so Stacy, she's already in Eat to Lean. Nope, you are getting everything. And what I'll do, Stacy, if you can DM me on Instagram or my email, we'll talk more about that, because you are going to be starting over, yes, but right where everyone else is too. So you're going to get all of this. My current members get all of this, and new members as well. So Stacy, let's talk more about that. And everyone else, you can scroll down for more information or DM me on Instagram with anything else as well. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and I'm here for you, and I can't wait to see you in Eat to Lean.